Back to my YouTube channel. Today I am talking about my first solo trip because exactly a month ago I was on my way to London, and just reminiscing about the whole trip, I am extremely proud to be able to say I traveled solo, and I would like to be able to share that experience with you looking back now a month ago, to be able to hopefully inspire you to take your first solo trip as well. So I'm going to just talk about a few things and then also share with you plans for solo traveling in the future. So if you have any questions about solo traveling, just ask it in the comments below. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was, when it comes to solo traveling, you have to put yourself out there. You have to ask questions. You have to put yourself in uncomfortable situations. And that's definitely not something I was used to or felt comfortable doing. So now looking back into 1 month ago, there are 3 things that I ultimately want to share with you all. And that is, number 1, putting yourself in uncomfortable situations. Number 2, it is feeling more empowered as a person. And number 3, it's feeling more confident. And what I mean about when you put yourself in an uncomfortable situation is, when you're traveling, you don't know what is going on around you. And it's really hard sometimes. And something I was really nervous about is speaking up, is feeling more confident, and feeling a lack of empowerment in myself. And because I took this solo trip, I had put myself in situations where I'm not comfortable, or where I needed to ask for help, and where I needed to feel comfortable eating alone, for example. And looking back into the past month and coming back to my home, I am able to go out and feel more confident walking into the gym, speaking up in meetings for my job, and ultimately putting content out like this. It's scary sometimes. And if it wasn't for that solo trip, I wouldn't have come back with that much empowerment and also self-confidence in myself. So I definitely think that's an area when you self-travel that really helps you in the long run. Now, the second area was empowerment. I had expressed this in my first video, and you can watch it here as to why I started YouTube. But I took this trip because I lacked self-empowerment as a person and as a woman, and who I aspired to be. And that was my goal for this trip, was to be able to come back and feel more confident and more empowered in everything and anything that I did. Now, of course, we're always going to have imposter syndrome and those doubtful days and those poopy days. But ultimately, I look at myself and feel happier. I look back and say, dang girl, you did that. Or I can go into the gym and walk in and feel confident and walk out. So that's definitely one other area when it comes to self-traveling. You feel empowered. You feel proud of yourself. You feel happy for yourself and confident. So even things that I didn't expect to feel, I felt on the trip. Now, the last thing I wanted to talk to y'all about was the confidence. I lacked so much confidence, and it honestly was very upsetting. Just comparing myself to others, and not thinking I was this, not thinking I was that. You know, it's just negative thoughts, and I didn't want to think that anymore. And by going out there and finding things that you love and finding things that you enjoy doing, and being alone and in complete solidarity with yourself, for yourself, you look back at yourself and you feel confident on the things that you did and that you will do in the future. So for that reason, I'm very proud of taking that first solo trip, and it's definitely not the last. I am planning another solo trip to Southeast Asia in November time, so definitely stay tuned for that. But if you are thinking about taking that first solo trip, don't hesitate, just do it. You can figure out the logistics after. But take that trip for yourself. Take it because you want to grow, because you want to love yourself more, because there's no better gift that you can give yourself at the end of the day. And that is the ability to find out who you are, who you want to be, and all in all, love yourself more. So that's all I have in regards to self-traveling. If you have any questions about the process, the feelings, just want to talk about things, go ahead and leave your comment down below. We'd love to get to know you all a little bit more, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!